SamSpedy wedding ceremony. SamSpedy and Simi marriage. Nons Miraj and others Shutdown. What if I told you? A wedding that looked absolutely perfect from the outside, almost turned into a moment no one could control. This is not just a love story. This is the story of SamSpedy and Simi's wedding. A celebration filled with joy, emotions and expectations. But right in the middle of it, something happened that completely changed everything. And trust me, you won't expect what comes next. The perfect beginning, a dreamlike setup. The venue looked like something out of a movie. Soft golden lights wrapped around every corner, creating a warm and magical atmosphere. The sound of music blended perfectly with laughter as guests walked in, dressed in their finest outfits, capturing moments on their phones. Every detail from the decorations to the seating felt carefully designed to create a perfect experience. There was excitement in the air, the kind that only comes when people know they're about to witness something special. Everything felt right. Everything felt perfect. And sometimes, that kind of perfection hides the biggest surprises. The entrance when time slows down. Then came the moment everyone had been waiting for. SamSpedy made his entrance first, confident and smiling, greeting friends and family as he moved through the crowd. You could see genuine happiness on his face, the kind that can't be faked. But when Simi entered, everything changed. The atmosphere softened, conversations faded. Her walk was calm and graceful, but her emotions were visible happiness mixed with nervousness, excitement mixed with vulnerability. For a few seconds, it felt like time slowed down. All eyes were on her, and in that moment, it felt like nothing in the world could go wrong. The ceremony, pure emotion. As the ceremony began, the energy shifted into something deeper. The music softened, and the crowd naturally fell silent. Phones were raised, capturing every second, but no one dared to speak. SamSpedy and Simi stood facing each other, and suddenly everything else faded into the background. Their expressions told a story: small smiles, deep breaths, subtle glances that showed connection without words. This wasn't just a formal ritual, it was a real moment between two people stepping into a new chapter of life. It felt genuine, emotional, and perfectly timed. The first disturbance, something feels off. But then, something small happened. So small that most people didn't notice at first. A slight distraction somewhere in the crowd. A movement that didn't match the calm atmosphere of the ceremony. People briefly looked around, and then ignored it, assuming it was nothing. After all, weddings are busy events, little things happen all the time. But then, it happened again. This time, more people noticed. Heads started turning, whispers began to spread quietly. It wasn't loud or dramatic yet, but it was enough to make people feel that something wasn't quite right. The turning point entry that changed everything. And then, everything shifted. Nons Miraj and others stepped into the moment, suddenly becoming the center of attention. At first, it didn't seem unusual. Some guests even smiled, thinking it might be part of the entertainment or a planned surprise. A few people laughed, expecting something fun. But within seconds, the mood started changing. The timing didn't match the ceremony. The energy didn't feel right. What initially seemed like entertainment slowly began to feel like an interruption, and that's when confusion started spreading across the crowd. The shutdown moment, silence takes over. Then suddenly, the music stopped. Not gradually, not softly, it just stopped. The kind of silence that follows isn't normal. It's heavy, it's uncomfortable. In that instant, the entire atmosphere changed. The laughter disappeared. Conversations ended. People froze, looking at each other, trying to understand what had just happened. Questions filled the air without being spoken. Was this planned? Was this a prank? Or was something actually wrong? The joy of the moment was replaced by uncertainty, and no one knew what was coming next. Reactions, real emotions surface. All eyes turned towards SamSpedy and Simi. SamSpedy tried to stay composed, but the change in his expression was clear. The confident smile he had earlier was gone, replaced with focus and quiet concern. Simi looked genuinely surprised, caught off guard in a moment she could never have prepared for. Her emotions were raw and real, something no script could create. Meanwhile, the guests reacted in different ways. Some were curious, leaning forward to understand what was happening. Others felt uncomfortable, unsure whether to react or stay silent. A few were visibly worried. The atmosphere had completely shifted. Suspense peak time stands still. This was the moment where time seemed to slow down. Seconds felt longer than they should. Every movement, every expression became more noticeable. The camera captured everything: confused faces, tense body language, small reactions that spoke louder than words. No one knew what was about to happen next, and that uncertainty created a powerful sense of suspense. This wasn't a planned performance anymore. This was real life unfolding in front of everyone, unpredictable and uncontrollable. Escalation, the moment intensifies. As Miraj stepped forward more assertively, it became clear that this wasn't just a minor interruption. This was now the central focus of the entire event. Voices began to rise slightly, movements became more deliberate, and the ceremony came to a complete halt. The wedding itself felt paused, as if everything had been put on hold. In that moment, a single question ran through everyone's mind. Was this going to ruin one of the most important days of their lives? The turn control over chaos. But then something unexpected happened. Instead of reacting with frustration or anger, SamSpedy maintained his composure. He didn't let the situation control him. Simi, despite the shock, held herself together with quiet strength, and that changed everything. Because in moments like these, it's not the situation that defines the outcome, it's how people respond to it. Their calm presence began to influence the energy around them, slowly shifting the mood away from tension. Resolution, calm returns. Gradually, the tension started to fade. The confusion began turning into understanding. People started to relax as the situation became clearer. Small smiles began to appear again. The silence broke, replaced by soft conversations and light laughter. It didn't happen instantly, it was a slow transition, but it was enough to bring the moment back from the edge, rebuilding stronger than before. Then the music returned, soft at first, almost carefully, and then stronger as the energy rebuilt itself. Guests relaxed, the atmosphere warmed again, and the focus returned to SamSpedy and Simi. But something had changed. This was no longer just a perfect wedding, it had become something deeper, a shared experience, a moment filled with emotion, tension, and recovery. Something people would remember not because it was flawless, but because it was real. Deep message why this moment matters. Because the truth is, perfect moments are easy to forget. They follow expectations. They don't surprise us. But moments like this, unexpected, emotional, slightly chaotic, these are the ones that stay with us. This is why the wedding became more than just an event. It became a story, a moment people connected with, because it reflected something real about life itself. Things don't always go as planned. In the end, it wasn't the interruption that defined the night, it was how they handled it. Because life, just like this wedding, is unpredictable. And sometimes, the moments we never expect become the ones we remember the most. This wasn't just a ceremony. It wasn't just a celebration. It was a reminder that even in chaos, something meaningful can still shine through. If you felt the tension, if you stayed till the end to see how it unfolded, then you already understand this wasn't just a wedding. This was a moment, and moments like this don't happen every day.